Superintendent Perkins feels that a review of your teaching methods is required.
This is not about my teaching methods. Enid Nelson's created some kind of hysteria around town because I'm gay. She and her moral mob would rather have the students learn nothing than learn from a gay teacher.
Taylor won't admit she's lying. She's spewing nothing but garbage through those things, and I'm going to prove it.
Whoa! You're supposed to be taking some class or something. What's your hands are shaking? What's the matter with you?
Taylor's still breathing.
Julia, what'd you do?
Mateo had to pull me off of her.
Julia? You don't be going playing around with her.
She's ruining our lives.
You leave her alone. Pretty soon you and me are going to be roommates in here.
What the hell are you doing?
No, Taylor, I think the question is, what the hell are you doing with this?
How did you get in here?
I knocked. It was unlocked, okay?
Just like that.
So this is it, huh? This is the gun that Louis threatened Noah with. You know what this is? This proves there's self-defense.
Now, you just calm down.
No, the woman is insane, Noah. I'm not going to let her get away with it.
You're not going to win. I mean, look at me. Now, if you don't calm down, the same thing's going to happen to you.
She has been jerking us around since day one.
And made me half crazy. Look where it got me. And you losing your mind now ain't going to help.
No, well, we can't expect the system to help us. If they had, we wouldn't be in this fix.
Oh, so you're going to take care of it yourself?
I had my hands around her throat. I could feel that cholesterol just pumping away.
What are they teaching you at that nursing school?
Oh, I didn't really hurt her. I mean, not like I would have liked to. She's going to find out what pressure is. I'm going to press her so hard she's going to snap.
Until you get arrested.
Well, what difference does it make? What choice do we have? They don't believe you. She has to admit that she's lying.
Well, she don't have to do nothing. She's too smart to let herself be trapped.
Whatever it takes, I'm going to shred that witch.
Well, what do we have here? The suicide twins?
Trevor.
Kel Surprise. Lawyer shows up to see his client? What does he hear? Fiancé doing a verbal brain bashing on the accusing witness. You two belong together. You got the same fire, the same death wish.
This is dangerous, Julia. She's a psycho. You don't be messing with her.
Somebody has to do something.
That's what he's here for. Now, you stay out of it.
You know, on second thought, maybe she shouldn't.
What, are you nuts?
Even though you guys are tit-for-tat in a Richter scare, Julia here might not be our liability in this particular earthquake.
Trevor, what are you talking about? You looking for another client? You want Julia in this as deep as me?
Apparently, Taylor has a lot of credibility here. Our only chance is to knock her off her pins. Julia might be our only weapon.
So you've had this all along, huh? I can't believe you, Taylor. This is the gun that Louis threatened
No, that
Noah
is
with, huh?
not the gun. Why on earth would I have Louis' gun? Have you forgotten when we ran into each other down by the river? I was walking my beat, and you were there to throw a gun away?
No, this isn't the gun that...
Noah bought illegally to protect Julia from Louis. Do you remember?
Yeah, sure.
And instead of letting you throw that gun away so someone else could find it and use it, I used to dispose of it.
I remember.
Right, but you came here to blast me away because you thought that I was holding on to some vital piece of evidence? Why? Why would I do that? Why would I want to make trouble for Noah?
You haven't exactly been cooperative, Taylor.
So what, you came racing down here sure that I had something evil under my sleeve? Sure that I had brought the non-existent Greco gun into my apartment for what? I mean, to save for my memory book? Why would I do something like that? Why would I do something so stupid and dangerous and illegal?
That sounds like a B-movie title from hell. Did you just say queer as in...
Yes, as in fag, homo, pervert.
Jason, are you on some kind of medication?
B-movies from hell. Well, that's interesting.
Liza, please, do you have to turn everything into a program theme?
Where are you headed, Jason?
Dixie's best friend and mentor teacher turns out to be a flamer.
You're joking.
I don't think it's a very funny topic.
Michael Delaney is gay.
As a goose.
Fine, whatever. Just take it easy with the wisecracks, okay?
All this time, Mr. Macho, Mr. Joe Normal, has been teaching high school, specializing in tutoring young guys, especially my kid brother, Kevin.
I don't believe it. Michael Delaney, the guy coaches basketball. Who would have thought?
Sneaking pervert. You know, he's been deceiving us all just so we can get in close with the boys.
Would you slow down? There's nothing wrong with being gay.
Well, if not, why do they cover it up?
They don't.
Delaney did.
How do you figure? It didn't occur to you or me, so what? All that proves is how easy it is to stereotype people.
But you don't think it odd that Dixie kept the gay issue hidden from you? Or that Delaney insinuated himself in all kinds of community activities and covered his sicko
Jason,
secret and
knock
wormed
it
his...
off. Stop it. Gays are people. They're not targets.
Oh, so you approve of this alternative lifestyle?
Why don't you go get the guest list for next week?
You heard him, too. Oh, boy. Piece of work, isn't it?
What? Delaney turns out to be gay?
No, you not knowing.
Well, I'm not the only one. What's that supposed to mean?
I just detected a little minute level of irritation.
Then why shouldn't I be irritated? I mean, it's... They spend all day together teaching at school. They study all night together. They were spending a lot of time together, and I started to feel like it was a little too much time. What's so funny?
You! Jealous of Dixie's friendship with a gay guy.
This suspension has nothing to do with your sexual orientation, per se.
That is bull.
It's a tangential issue.
No, it is the issue.
Only inasmuch as there was a discussion of homosexuality in a history class.
There was no discussion. It was a footnote to a lesson that I was giving.
I'm sorry, Michael, but the board has concerns.
What are those concerns?
That your homosexuality informs your teaching techniques.
I instruct, like every other teacher has done since the dawn of creation. I lecture, I ask questions, I lead class discussions.
But in this case, you introduced a personal commentary on your lifestyle into the established curricula.
No, that is not what I did.
Absolutely not. Look, I have been here for that class and every other class the entire semester, all right? He has never mentioned once the details of his personal life.
No, my brother would think that is inappropriate as the board.
Look, it wasn't just the lifestyle issue.
But what was it then?
Well, there was the use of the materials from the Holocaust Museum without prior written approval.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
This constituted a challenge to or a rejection of the established curriculum, Michael.
Breck, I am the one who ordered those patches from the Holocaust Museum. I thought that it would make the lessons more vivid, more unforgettable.
And I approved them. I was glad to use the materials.
How can the school board object to the use of real testimony to the atrocities of the war?
Some felt that the pictures were too vivid for students of this age.
Mr. Breck, teaching is about the truth. I know that, and you know that, and the Holocaust materials are not what the school board is objecting to. If my last name was Goldman or Rubenstein, I would have been a hero for what I did. But it's the fact that I'm gay, and I said so.
And he said it in the context of the lesson.
Yes, to illustrate a point that there was not only one segment of society that was set apart for persecution.
But still, you could have chosen another way to have done that, Michael.
I didn't talk about my sexual life or my own personal life. I simply stated the fact that in the eyes of the Nazis, I would have been marked as a victim as well.
Not to mention the school board.
You guys are talking about what makes good teaching, aren't you? Isn't what Mr. Delaney did the best kind, to take something from life and make the subject real? I mean, what he did, what he said, made the kids really think. And then isn't that one of the reasons we go to school, to learn how to think?
Mr. Chandler, I told Superintendent Perkins that I considered Michael Delaney to be one of the finest teachers I've ever known. But, thank you. Thank you for your thought.
Thank you, Mr. Bray.
I'll keep you informed as to all the future developments.
Those bums fired you?
No, not fired. They suspended me.
They can't do that. They can't. You're the best teacher I've ever had.
All My Children, brought to you by Quaker Oatmeal. Oh, what those oats can do.
Also, the Lancaster account needs to be updated, and we have to get the grosses from the perfume stock and compare it with last quarter. You also have to change my meeting on the 15th so I can be at that meeting in Chicago.
Wait, I'm not electric here.
Yeah, no kidding. You're not much of a functioning human being lately either. Now, we have to get the stock for the West Coast and compare it with the stock on the
Haley,
East
please,
Coast.
just give me a minute, okay?
Cecily, what is with you? I thought you wanted this job. I mean, not only have you let all your assignments slack, it's like...
I will get my assignments locked in time, okay? I promise.
That's not good enough.
What, you want it in blood?
Cecily, I thought I made it clear to you when you took this job. This was not a 9-to-5 job. If I have to work around the clock, you have to work around the clock.
Haley, around the clock is one thing, into eternity is another.
Well, crises demand long hours.
Well, I guess you and I define crises differently.
Cecily, you haven't put in a 9-to-5 day all week. You show up when you feel like it. You take long lunches.
And each and every time I did that, I took work home just like I will do tonight.
Yeah? Well, you're going to have to stay up until 2 in the morning just to get this
Hold it,
done.
okay? Because I am not Miss Workaholic Jr., okay? I have a life. I opt for a life.
Well, that's your choice.
You damn right it is, okay? I'm sorry, I just don't think that spreadsheets are that much fun to snuggle with at the end of a tough day. And yes, I have taken long lunches and I've shaved a few minutes of the clock. You know why, Haley? Because I've been planning my wedding, which is tomorrow. And since we're clearing things up a bit here, or at least I am, would you like an update of my future with enchantment? Well, there isn't one.
You're quitting?
Mr. and Mrs. Brent will be exiting Pine Valley for Silicon Valley after the wedding, so you're just going to have to find yourself another slave. Sorry, okay, because I've just been under a little stress lately.
No, planning a wedding will do that.
I'm sorry, okay? I didn't want to have to tell you like this.
It's okay. It's no biggie.
Are you sure?
You're one of the best guys I know. I wish you nothing but happiness. Both of you.
And we wish the same thing for you. You know that.
Thanks. I just don't think it's in the cards.
Well, then why don't you get yourself a new deck? How was Christmas?
It was a winter wonderland. You know, I warmed my toes at a couple of AA meetings, and then I went down to the shelter, and I pitched in with Grace
Haley,
Keeper.
you know what I mean. What happened between you and Mateo?
Answer me, Mateo. Why would I risk my career? Why would I want to ruin Noah's life?
Okay, calm down.
No, I mean, you come into my apartment, you break into my apartment, throwing accusations, and you want me to calm down?
Stop. Okay, please. I was out of line. Okay, everybody's a little crazy right now, which makes for craziness. All right, just please, chill.
I think you better leave.
Taylor, for me, please, tell me why that gun is in your apartment.
I am trying to protect Noah.
You're protecting him.
If the police knew about this gun, they would throw away the key. Despite what you and your sister think, I am not out to hurt Noah. If an illegal handgun was traced back to Noah, that would prove premeditation.
No. Noah did not murder Greco.
Well, that would be hard to prove if the prosecution had this gun. The jury would think that Noah heard that Louis was out of prison, bought this gun, and set out to get him back for what he did to Julia. It all adds up to murder one.
That's not the way it happened, and you know that, Taylor.
Look, Matt, no matter how we feel in our hearts, no matter what kind of man we think Noah is, that's not going to sway the jury. Look, your sister was afraid that Noah was going to shoot Greco with this gun, so she asked you to get rid of it. Now, you would both have to testify to that, and so would I. I give them this gun, they give Noah the electric chair. What, you don't believe me? Fine. Go down to the police station. Go on, take it.
So they can suspend a teacher for making a single remark?
Those bigots, man. They creamed our best teacher. I mean, some school, right? What's the point?
Look, I want you guys to try and forget this.
No,
okay?
it's just so unfair.
Look, you guys are going to be all right. It's not the end of the world. You're just starting to make some strides, too.
Yes, so what's the use?
Look, I don't want to hear that kind of talk from you guys. Come on.
You know, I'll go to the school board, and I can tell them what a great guy you are.
No, look, I appreciate that, but I don't want you guys to get involved.
Well, wasn't that part of what you were teaching us? I mean, because the world just looked the other way, the Nazis were able to murder millions of people.
That doesn't compare to this.
It's the same principle, though, right? It's people thinking they can get away with hurting other people just because they're different. Mr. D, I've spent most of my life apologizing for who I am, and you were the first person who made me see that I didn't have to do that. You were the first teacher who caught on to me and wouldn't let me coast. I mean, those so-called teachers in New York, they didn't care if I got anything out of class. I mean, they just shuffled me along.
Yeah, well, they did that for me here so I could just play basketball.
And the school board types, I mean, they act like we're going to catch something from you. Well, it's too late. Because I already caught respect for you and for myself and for what learning can really mean.
She's speaking for me, too, there, Mr. D.
Scott?
Yeah, come on,
What's
Chad.
the deal?
Get in here. Mr. D needs our help.
I'm on his side.
Well, speak up.
Who can get a word in? You're saying enough for everybody.
All right, guys, look. Just relax, okay? I want you guys, you got a lot of studying to do here. I want you to get to work. That's what we're here to do. All right?
All right.
You do that? Go study. Thanks. Stuart, can you scrounge up a box for me? From the office, maybe?
Yeah, sure. I'll get one from the office. Yeah.
Great. Thanks.
You won't be here tomorrow, will you?
Laura, go study, okay?
I'm going to go make a phone call.
Hi, is Trevor Dillon in? Oh, can you leave him a message? It's important.
Let's not go there with the personal talk. I mean, is this not a place of business? Are we not at work?
Are we not friends? I'm not going to be employee much longer, Haley, so why don't we just drop the whole boss routine? What happened between you and Matt at Christmas?
Look, let's just cut this out. Let's just nip this in the bud, okay?
Look, I really honestly believe that you and Mateo belong together.
Cease and desist,
I just want you to have some happiness, okay? What's the crime in that?
Listen to me. You and Charlie have reached some sort of new level of bliss, and hooray for you and whoop-de-doo and all that, but spare me, please, because if it's one thing I hate, it's like when people are all in love, they feel the need to throw their gooey love joy at the rest of us, you know, poor innocent bystanders.
You telling me you enjoy being lonely?
Bull. Just because you and Charlie latched onto each other in cyberspace doesn't mean that you can throw twinkle dust and moonbeams at the rest of us failures.
You are not a failure.
Cecily, just can your little cute, innocent act, okay? I don't need you fixing me up. Just because your life is perfect doesn't mean everybody's life has to be as perfect as yours, okay?
I've only been trying to show you that I care.
Yuck. Alrighty then? Yuck. Yuck. You can save your little sugar-coated candy striper act for your next boss, poor schlub, whoever she may be. And furthermore, I really don't want you meddling or matchmaking in my life, especially when it's not asked for.
Problems?
No. No. Why would you say there's a problem? Everything is just peachy keen. Everything is swellola.
Look, I'm sorry that I have been sticking my nose into your business, all right? But Haley, you and Matt can make a wonderful couple. And I'm afraid that if you don't grab him, somebody else will.
What are you waiting for? Take the gun to Derek. Jackson will have his proof, and then Noah's fate will be sealed.
I'm sorry. I lost my temper.
You know, I have this knack for bringing out the worst in people. They either hate me or they despise me.
No, it's not that bad.
It's true. You know, I went through my formative years being pampered and spoiled, but all that changed when I went to the police academy. You know, I became a very good cop. I did everything by the book, you know. I crossed my T's, I dotted my I's. I was even cited for honor and ethics. The police force was the only place that I earned respect.
Yeah, Taylor, everybody knows you're a good cop, okay?
No, see, that's wrong. It's past tense. I was a good cop. Everybody thinks that I have this vendetta now against Noah. I don't want to hurt anybody. Why can't everybody just understand? Do you? Do you believe me, Mateo?
Stay tuned. All My Children will return here on ABC.
That's a stupid question, huh? Julia's so rabidly anti-Taylor. And I'm the hateful neurotic who wants to zap Noah, right?
Don't put words in my mouth.
I'm sorry. It's my turn to apologize now.
I believe you.
You do? Honestly? Thank you. That means a lot to me, you know. I am just so sick of butting up against this wall of hate from everybody, you know?
Well, everybody's strung out, Taylor. You know, even I forgot about that night at the river when I gave you the gun.
You know, I didn't hand in the gun because I didn't want to be asked a lot of questions. And I didn't want to take that chance. I didn't want to take that chance for Noah because I knew he had a record. And then this whole thing with Greco started, you know, and I just wanted to be left alone. I didn't want to deal with all the questions.
Right, so that's when you went to stay away with your mom, right?
Yeah, I mean, the man that I loved could be arrested because of my testimony. I wanted to run, you know. I wanted to drop off the face of the earth, but I couldn't. And I wish I had have, because Derek and Jackson practically performed water torture on me to get me to say anything.
So, this has been really hard on you, huh?
Yeah, it's been hell. You know, walking that tightrope, trying to be responsible and ethical and loyal, you know, I just couldn't do it. And now I'm the bad cop withholding evidence.
Have you eaten anything yet?
No, I haven't wanted to. Actually, my refrigerator probably has an identity crisis. I haven't put anything in it for so long.
Well, why don't we grab something to eat? You know, coffee or a sandwich or something.
You and me?
Yeah. You and me.
Well, I guess I could be forced to eat if I had company. I'll go get changed.
Look, Trev, I don't want Julia anywhere near this. She's not going to be bait or run interference. She's not a player, all right? No.
Somehow we got to undermine her credibility.
What can I do to help?
The only thing the cops got is Taylor's word, right?
Her lies, yeah.
And those lies add up to a murder rap on you. So on one hand, we got the word of apparently a good cop. On the other hand, we got the word of a guy with a rap sheet. So which one is Joe Blow average jury going to go for?
Not me. All right, so what? We got to discredit Taylor.
So instead of clawing her face off, I'll see how much dirt I can dig up on her.
Bingo.
And avoid a murder rap of my own in the bargain.
Bing, bing. I got to check into the office, okay? You two keep the fires going. We'll get through this.
I love you.
I can't stand not being able to hold you.
So I'll be over soon.
And we'll sit in front of that fireplace.
And eat popcorn.
Among other things. Are you hungry?
You want to take me out to lunch? We're gonna beat this.
Yeah. We are.
Did you check the Boston market?
Yes, we picked up 0.2 of a point.
Ooh, that's not too shabby.
This Delaney thing isn't bothering you, is it?
No. Why? Should it?
Well, he's attractive, he's masculine, he's intelligent. I mean, it's only natural that you would be knocked down a little bit, threatened.
Liza, do we have to talk about Michael Delaney?
Well, I think it's a very interesting subject, actually.
That's me.
Don't be embarrassed. I mean, you were just jealous. You didn't know he was gay. Well, why do you think Dixie didn't bring it up to you?
Oh, I don't know.
Odd.
Call her crazy. She tends to respect other people's privacy.
Maybe.
Look, she didn't bring it up in conversation. Big deal. Stop talking about Michael and Dixie. Start talking about Jason. He's the one you should worry about. He's positively foaming at the mouth.
Yeah, he did warm to the subject.
Makes you wonder.
Well, homosexuality pushes people's buttons.
Our boy Jason's for sure.
Hi, I'm sorry to burst in like this, but Ted, I really need to talk to you.
Is it the kids?
No, the kids are fine. It's Michael Delaney.
Finally.
He's been suspended. They won't let him teach. We have to do something.
Well, why come to me?
I want your help.
Yeah, well, I'd like to know why I'm the last person in Pine Valley to find out that Michael's gay.
You know what? Let's go someplace else.
What's wrong? Julie's not working this shift.
Look, maybe I should just go home, okay?
You're out, and you're gonna stay out.
so jumpy.
Well, you would be too if everybody hated your guts. You know, Noah and Julia have a lot of friends everywhere. I might as well just pack up and head west.
You did what you had to do. There's no reason why you should hide out.
What I wouldn't do for a few more years.
Well, all you need is one. Just sit back, relax, breathe, and eat. Nobody knows you're here.
Okay.
Look, this is not about you, Tad. So I didn't tell you Mike's gay, so big deal.
Big deal? It would have been a big load off my mind. I was starting to get jealous. You've been dressing very nicely lately. I thought it was because of him. Now I find out it's because you two were trading fashion secrets.
What kind of stupid remark is that?
It's called a joke.
It's exactly the kind of ignorant attitude that got him suspended
Oh,
in the
come
first
on,
place.
Dixie. Let's lighten up, okay? I'm not a homophobe.
Well, you sure sound like one.
What, I can't make a joke?
Not at other people's expense, no.
Dixie, come on. You know that I like Mike. You know that I respect people. Homo, hetero, whatever.
How do I know that, Tad?
Well, for one thing, because I tell you. As far as I'm concerned, whoever anybody goes home with is their business.
What if they do more than just go home with them? What if they bring their significant others to the office parties or whatever?
Then I'd probably hold out my hand and say, "Hi, I'm Tad Martin. How are you?" Why are you so riled up about this?
Because people shouldn't have to hide, you know? They should just be allowed to just be.
Well, I appreciate the newsflash, but if that's so, why was it such a big secret that Mike was gay in the first place?
It wasn't a secret. There is no plot against you, okay? We are not the problem here. Mike's job is on the line. I just can't believe that the high school is being so backwards.
How did this crisis start, actually?
Michael was teaching a class about the Holocaust, Nazi persecution of Jews, gypsies, other political enemies, and the badges and the symbols that they would have to wear. Now, just because he mentioned that he would have to wear a pink triangle because he's gay, they suspended him.
Well, I agree. They're idiots, but what do you want me to do?
Well, I want you to alert the community or write an article for the bulletin or, you know, rally people together. You're on television, Tad. People will listen to you.
I'm sorry, but Tad can't do that.
Excuse me.
Journalists report. We don't take sides.
Since when?
Since it would be inappropriate.
She's right.
Distance has to be maintained at all times.
Even while a man's career is on the line?
Yes, Tad's career is on the line.
We're not talking about Tad. This is about Michael.
Tad's career as the host of The Cutting Edge can't be subjected to picking one side or the other. His Q score is through the roof. We have to protect that.
So you would stand back and watch a community ruin an innocent man, okay? What about morality?
Morality is not our business.
Do you know how evil that sounds?
We have to maintain neutrality, Dixie, please.
Okay, so you just be neutral while a decent man loses his job. Well, now that I know the score, Tad, I won't ask for your help.
Mr. Brick said he didn't agree with the board.
But Michael is still suspended.
That's horrible.
We can't let him get away with this.
This reminds me of, well, it's not the same thing exactly, of course, but, well, there was another time that the people of Pine Valley forgot to be nice. Scott's mom, Cindy, had AIDS, and some of the ignorant people in this town turned their backs on her and said all kinds of very hurtful things. I just can't understand how anybody could be so mean to somebody so beautiful and so good.
Cruelty can make this world so ugly sometimes.
Why do people have to be so hateful?
Because they're afraid.
Yes, that's right. We have to do something about that.
But, Stuart, darling, it's not easy to fight something that has taken years of intolerance and stupidity to build up.
Then I say we have to hit this where it hurts the most.
And where is that?
In their wallets. Sue them.
I don't think so. I'm a probationary teacher. I don't have tenure.
But you do have rights.
Not contractually. I mean, if I do anything inappropriate, they can use that against me to fire me. In this case, just being who I am is inappropriate.
Hey, what's up? What's the big deal you had me run over here, huh? Is this Mike's classroom?
It was Mike's classroom.
Until
ugly, intolerant people had him removed from the profession that he loves.
What?
Are you happy now, Trevor? People who think like you do had the power, and they used it.
I really want to thank you for standing by me. I know I've been a real bear to deal with lately, and I swear if it wasn't for you two, I'd never leave.
Well, you have a lot of spirit.
We like spirit.
You're just being nice. Shouldn't have cried about Mateo on Christmas.
But since we did, maybe...
I know you figured since I set you up, I owe you the truth about what happened.
What if it's not a happy story, you don't...
It's no big deal. It really isn't. Okay, everything was fine. You know, we got along fine, and then all of a sudden, it just wound up the way it always does.
You went to his folks' place, right?
Yeah. And lo and behold, Hector and Isabella Santos did not find me a suitable companion for their son.
They did not say.
Oh, yes, they did. The message was received loud and clear by this twice-divorced, recovering alcoholic.
Well, they're not Mateo, Haley. Forget
Yeah, I know that. I know. And that's what Mateo said. But, you know, they're right. They're right. And sooner or later, Mateo will realize that. And I'm starving. I'm going to go find a waitress.
They fired him?
No, suspended.
Why? He's a terrific teacher.
Oh, but he's gay.
Well, I'm not dancing up and down about that either, but how'd they find out?
Because he mentioned it in a class about World War II relative to the groups of people the Nazis persecuted. And parents complained.
Couldn't the principal warn him or something? I mean, dismiss him?
Huh? Because even though he's the best teacher that this school has ever seen, he isn't like everybody else.
Damn.
And if they'd asked the kids would have told them that Michael makes history come alive. Trevor, he didn't do anything wrong.
Well, since you're not going to be helping Michael, I guess I'm going to be staying out a little later than I thought tonight.
You lost me.
The man has to get his job back, Tad. A lot of people want to help him, so we're just going to have to get together tonight and figure out how.
So you have to stay out late.
Yeah, that's right. I do. Which means that you're going to have to stay home and take care of the kids.
I have a lot of work to do tonight. I can't.
What, do your share? I am so sick of WRCW always being your priority. It's always your job, your Q score. Well, you're not going to pull rank on me tonight. You call Petra, you get her to stay late with the kids, and you tell her why television is more important than your children.
I respect people's commitments to their children. I can do this, really.
No. It's my job. I'm going to take care of it. So we'll just have to schlep all this stuff back to my house, okay?
I love the way you problem solve. Expect me in an hour.
On today's Oprah, the movie Waiting to Exhale is becoming more than entertainment. It's an event. Women across America are going to the film, then gathering to talk about love, life, and friendship. See what all the excitement is about and how you can be a part of it. Oprah, today at 4 on Channel 5.